holiness, great in righteousness, great in truth. They knew that if they could get to Jesus, they would know the hard truths, the bitter truths that will make them to stand to the very end. They were not in the church for what they will give. They want to know what they can offer to the Prince of Peace and make it to the end. And in John 12, while they were speaking, they told Jesus that the Greeks are looking for you. And Jesus Christ said, now is my Father what? Glorified. Now that they want to see Jesus, the glory of God will be revealed. Now that they want to see Jesus, have you come to see man? The Bible says, who are they looking for in the wilderness? Are you looking for a prophet in the wilderness? He said, more than the prophet. That they that dwell, that he sumptuous me, they are in the palace. But they came to seek for John the Baptist. But he said, there is one greater than John the Baptist. And Jesus Christ said, at the time that the Son of Man will be glorified, let me tell you the truth that will bring glory to his name in your life. He said, except a grain of wheat fall down and dies, it abides alone. And I've dwelt heavily on that. But this morning God said, my son, go and show how a man died in the Old Testament. And he wore the crown at the end of the race. Joseph was a child, I would say, is the last born of the family. And because he was the last born of the family, his father preferred him above others. The problem that came with that preferment became a problem that almost destroyed the family. One, don't prefer any of your children than the other. It's a danger. It's a danger. Something happened in Lagos last week in one of the private schools. One lady was coming first every time, and one young boy was coming second every time. The boy came coming second as always longed to be first. Since he couldn't be first, what he did was he went to the laboratory and mixed acids together to kill the first guy, who is a lady. And God, in his infinite mercy, while he was mixing the reagents, two other colleagues of him saw him there. And they cried, what are you doing there? The lab attendance was nowhere to be found. Chemistry lab teacher was no longer to be found. All the people in lab were no longer to be found. But two people came and saw this young child. What do you want to use this mixed stuff for? They arrested him and put him before the principal. And he said, I've been coming second every time, and I cannot bear the shame of coming second. I want to go back last one day. Those who are class, they were there. But this guy is a young man of about 18, was coming second behind a girl of equally the same age. He said, I prepare you to give it to her so that she will die and I will be the first. And many people were saying all manner of trash in the newspaper and online. And God said, my son, that is what is going on in the world and in the church. A minister is rising, other ministers are praying that he will die and collapse, and his ministry will come to an end. Somebody is rising in the church, other people are praying wicked prayer against him, so that Ali Shishi. Where is the love of God? Where is the love of God? is the love of God? Where is the love of God? Where is the love of God in our hearts? This guy meets everything. Is only a twinkling of an eye. The young girl coming first will have kicked the bucket. So is it a crime to be first in the class? It's not. It's not. It's not. Destiny holds great things in life for us. Destiny holds great things in life for you. I will forever love you, Lord, my Jesus, my Lord. I will forever worship you, Savior, my Lord. I will forever speak the truth in the midst of people. Cause destiny, oh, great things in life for me. Destiny, oh, great things in life for you. Will you forever love Jesus with all your hearts, brothers? Will you forever love Jesus with all your hearts, sister? Cause destiny, oh, great things is for. Yele masira rebasteleha mitura yara ozana bolonda rebosaya lina razia lekara rebosindaraja bolora baba karibo sele rina yazile. Oh yes, destiny, oh, great things in life for you. And God did not allow that lady to die. God did not allow Joseph to die. God said, prophet, tell as many that hears this word that you will fulfill your destiny. Yes. This amen is too cold. There was an attack on Joseph, but at the end, because he allowed himself to be a corn that falls on the ground, this destiny spoke. As long as we fight by yourself, you can't get anywhere. I spoke yesterday the difference between a sheep and a goat. He called us to be sheep. We are not called to be goats. Goat has horns. Calf has horns. Sheep does not have. Sheep is white in form. The cloth, the skin is white, meaning pure, purity. For you to be a sheep, you must be pure within and without. And that is what many don't want to hear in the church. Deception everywhere. Christians cannot go into business with Christians because of capital when you're listening. They are wicked more than those who are not born again. When it comes to business, everybody carry Bible and put it away. We buy with the best one. Money for grant, activity, immediate. We leave Jesus out of our business, and we are calling to be billionaires and millionaires. We leave Jesus out of our family, and we want the family to be rooted in Christ Jesus. We leave Jesus out of our marriages, and we want to have the glory of Jesus. It is not only impossible, it's also impossible. Anything you leave Jesus out is as good as dead. Anything that Jesus cannot be sovereign, the Bible says the government shall be upon his shoulder. If the government of your life, the administration of your life is not placed on the shoulder of Jesus, it is a waste coming to this man. My Savior told Judas, for this assignment you are doing, it would have been better you were not born. If you miss heaven, it would have been better you were not born. If we miss heaven, it would have been better we were not born. Whatsoever it will take you. Whatsoever it will take you. Don't batter away your life. Don't follow people. Don't follow pastor. Follow the shepherd of the sheep. Don't follow any man. Follow the example of Jesus, who through righteousness, who through purity, ended well. And those who follow him in the olden days, they make it in the end. The moment you lack this character and this proper conduct, you can't get there. It's not anger. It's not pride. It's not me, high on your head. When they speak something to you, you say, no, that is their own. It is debatable. You are debating the word of God. On that day, you go and debate with Satan in hellfire. My Savior said, son, go and show them the mindset of those who make it to heaven. The mindset and the conduct of those who try, who made it to heaven. I want to look at this great man, Joseph, at the age of 17. And let me tell you, most often in life, God steers his people at the age of 17. T.L. Osborne started at 17. Ojokoro started at 17. Ariyo started at 17. And many great eyes started at 17. It is the point that God begins to put a spirit on you to steer you into great works. It is the point that God begins to show you a revelation of your tomorrow, even though you don't believe it. When God spoke to Joseph, it looks like a mirage. What do you call mirage? When you are driving on highway, you will see something in the sunny time that looks like water. When you get to that place, you will find that that water is not there. It is called mirage, unreal. It is a time that God always plants divine destiny in the hearts of people. It's between 17 and 22. Don't get me wrong. Our children too are growing fast now, and they are 7, 8, like Josiah. They are getting revelation of heaven. There are different levels of operation of God, but many that miss the 7, 8, 9, 10 period, they don't easily miss 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Therefore, God showed a vision to Joseph as he has shown a vision for you. But let me tell you something. There is a hand of God in that vision, and there is a hand of man in that vision. There is what God is expecting from Joseph, and there is what God is expecting from you. If Joseph did not die to the flesh, we won't get there. We will see it there. If Joseph did not allow God to rule in his life, if selfish ideas and orientation, self-ego was the hallmark of Joseph, that vision would have been kicked away long time. Now, in order to justify the love of the father of him, his father gave him the first coat. This coat is called coat of many colors. In front of it, call it coat of human affection. Put in front of that coat of many colors, coat of human affection. He didn't labor for it. His father just loved him. There are many in Christian journey you don't labor for. It just come. Listen, Zechariah chapter 3. The Bible says when they came to Joshua the high priest, he was clothed with what? Filthy garments. When he died, when he was on earth, we didn't hear anything about Zechariah that he died. Joshua, that he was a sinner. But at the junction between heaven and hell, we saw a prophet. That was supposed to be in celestial garment which is transparently white, soiled with blemishes, and it cannot pass that junction to him. Now, every quote that you are going to see in the journey of Joseph are things you pass through in your Christian journey, unknown to you. Now, your father loves you. Sister Jadi, your parent loves you more than other people. That puts an ego on your life. That puts a pride on your destiny. That puts a feeling of superiority, even though you didn't labor for it. If you carry it like that till the end, you will miss the goal. Therefore, the coat of many color, called coat of human affection, must be lost. As Joseph wears these coats, he began to tell them, my God showed me a dream that my star is shining, another star will bow. My God showed me a vision that my ship is standing erect, another ships were bowing. Now, the coat of human affection breeds pride in ministry. Coat of human affections breed vainglory in life of people. Therefore, for you to move forward, you must lose that coat with immediate effects. And to lose it doesn't come easily, because you want to be favored, you want people to love you, you want to enjoy the benefit of human affections. Everybody wants to be loved, everybody wants to be cherished, everyone wants to be pampered. But if you stay there in Christian journey, alas, you will miss heaven. And if you stay like that, you are not falling on ground, waiting to die and resurrect so that your glory can speak. Let's go on a journey with Joseph, a man of destiny, just as you are a man of destiny, just as you are a woman of destiny. Now, let us see the operation of coat of human affection. It puts, like I tell you, he puts what on you? Horn, like a goat of pride. The moment the horn is germinating, you are no longer a sheep. Therefore, the horn must be clipped and emasculated, destroyed, for you to be something in life. As long as you are wearing the coat of human affection or preferred by other people above other people, you cannot die to the flesh. And nobody ordinarily tear the cloth. Somebody will put a pressure on you and the cloth will be taken away. Joseph did not lose it by himself. They came and do like this. Something like that. We pray for some money. I was. Came in Mosco. Oh, my Bible to go anywhere. Back to me. Let's pray for. Praise God. They grab Joseph like this. You get a vision. You get a dream. Not in our presence, the dream will speak. Get out! The dreamer. At that point, the coat of human affection begins to tear. You know that he doesn't want to lose it. They decided to kill him and carry his coat to go and show to his parents that he's lost. Hallelujah. Amen. The coat gave him preference above other children. And they were envious of him because he didn't labor for that coat. They just gave it to him because he was the last born. You don't work for it. Coat of human affection, you don't labor for it, you don't work for it, and it gives you honor or better than other people. When you are telling yourself you are better than others, the coat is blossoming with a horn of destruction. And God used his brethren. Now, as he was wearing the coat, he was having dreams, which was genuine. And he was opening his mouth to tell them that I'm better than you. He was wearing a coat that others did not have, even though the same father. And he was using a man that beside the coat that you don't have, God gave me a dream that all of you will be buying for me. One of us only told Badaba. Only no what's the key? No be woko. Say any gangan ni sadua. Kò lè jó dàgbà. Now he has colleagues, he has siblings who are potential children of destiny too. Nobody is born. Listen to me. Nobody is born without destiny. Not in this life. If your destiny will speak, my Father has his right hand to work with you. If your destiny will speak, you have the second hand to see to it that you conform to the divine mandate. Now, as he was carrying and he was telling them the dreams, he was getting more better among other people. The dream that he was seeing was not a product of his being better in competence than his brethren. The quote they gave him was not as a result of fame better, but it was a product of human affection. I just love him. His father just loved him above others. And for you to get forward, you must use it. Now let us look at the dreams he had. What's Ojokoro? Komaso. Praise God. Praise God. Hallelujah. Praise God. Hallelujah. Praise the living Jesus. Hallelujah. Now let us move forward. Verse 4. And when his brethren saw that their father loved him, can you see that? More than all his brethren. What did I say? Favoritism. Not that he was better than them. Not that he's doing anything better than the other brethren. But the father just loved him. That's the reason. They hated him and could not speak peaceably unto him. Verse 5. And Joseph dreamed a dream, and he told it his brethren, and they hated him yet the more. And he said unto them, Hear, I pray you this dream which I have dreamt. For behold, we were binding sheaves in the field. Can you see? All his brethren were with him. And lo, my sheaf arose, and also stood upright. And behold, your Pogoyi, Gbogbo family, and your sheep stood round about and made obeisance to my sheep. This is what he said. This is his sheep standing, and all other siblings were with their sheep standing. But when they did obeisance say they bowed to him. While his own sheep stand upright, not bowing to any other person. That is what coat of many colors does in your life. It gives you toga of I'm better than them. And if you are not careful, it creates pride in you for which you did not accomplish. He got the first dream he told them. And his brother said to him, Shall thou indeed reign over us? They know the meaning of the dream. Or shall thou indeed have dominion over us? And be hated him more, yet the more, for his dreams and for his word. Men and women, keep your dream within yourself. There are dreams that God told me that nobody has heard from my mouth since I was born. There are revelations that God has shown me that I kept intact. When God showed it to me, God showed me the revelation of Ariyo, Ojokoro. What do you call that? Kukuruku. Not agrico. There's a time the air lays egg, two of us. And there is a time, female. That's the one you like. And there is a time she leaves everything to come and do what? Hibernate. Most of us, we don't hibernate on our trips, and we allow bed of air to infect them. God showed me revelation of heaven, and no man heard of it in a big way until the last 10 years. And this is my 30th years that I've been preaching. Let me give you an instance. There are many that you are hearing that they saw heaven and hell. If care is not taken, they will not get into heaven. Because those people that they are destroying their world, they won't be looking at them. At the time you brood upon the vision and revelation, you are busy doing jamboree about, jumping here and there. Holy, heaven, holy, heaven, holy, heaven, and every still what? Drumming for you. He is beating drum of destruction and you are dancing to it. For every accomplishment, Satan is waiting at the corner. I told ministers at the minister section, as anytime I wake up early in the morning, I hear this song again and again. I double my prayer for that day because I know that he has finished his plan to deal with me. Most of God gave me a sign that there is going to be a serious attack. As soon as I wake up, I will hear this song. Beware, Christian brother, beware. Beware, Christian brother, beware. Beware, Christian brother, beware. Beware, Christian brother, beware. The devil is lurking around, so beware. That song will come almost 7 times. Beware, Christian. Somebody say God loves you. He loves you too. But the only thing is, we are stubborn. He warns us again and again and again. God is warning some men. But you see ladies, you are touching their breasts. One for alone, also go behind you. No, it's practical you do. It will not end at the breast. It will go down. I begin also. Sorry. Okay. Say what you want. Say yes, you will. Get over. Ojú yóò tó wọ̀ náà Olúwa gbà wá lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin pásítọ̀ ṣẹ́ẹ̀fì sísẹ́mù slap to blessing. Ibo lẹ́yìn slap. Èyí dìmú ni wọ́n kárí ìgbàlẹ̀ ṣẹ́ni kò tọrọ ni. Politician ní wòlíì politician sọ tiẹ̀. Òtítọ́ náà sọ̀rọ̀ pé ó lóun dìmú ni. Kò sì dìbò lásán ṣe bó mú ni wọ́n ló parí ọ̀rọ̀ olóòdìmú ni. Listen, as you are doing that, the glory is being filtered away. My father said, if you look lustfully at a woman, you've done it. Old Testament said, do it and they will stone you. New Testament does not even allow us to look. Not to even fantasize how that place is. He was dreaming. The first dream came, they marked him for destruction. The second dream came, they marked him for equal destruction. He didn't know that the court of human affection is driving him to a destructive end. And we thank God, God came handy. Listen, when you are going to lose it, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be with pain. Nobody wants affection to be lost. Nobody wants preferment to be lost. Because it comes with its goodies. That friend loves me. But I was overdoing it. I will cook and I will eat half of the food. Don't you know? They couldn't warn me, but they are tolerating me because they love me. Anytime I see that they want to warn me, I will fake sickness because I was a sick lad. There was time I was sick. There were time I fake sickness. Don't learn those habits. Tó bá dijọ́ tí mo fẹ́ jẹ díẹ̀, bá kẹsẹ̀ láyé. Sickness ti dé mọ́ mi o. Mo sá mọ̀ pé wọ́n wẹ̀ díẹ̀ ẹ̀dí ẹ̀bílẹ̀ kan fún mi. No matter what, mommy will look for one local air for me. Group. Ó wá tó àsìkò tí sickness gan dé fún àbárájẹ ìràwọ̀. Because they now begin to see that most of the time I was faking sickness to get air, to get group. There is none of my sister and brother they kill fowl for. ọdún ìgbà tí dé báyìí àkọ́kọ́ ní jẹ́ ti gbogbo wọ́n dẹ̀ ní tí ìgbà tí lè jẹun wọ́n á máa fi ẹran ẹdí ẹbẹ̀ lóru ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ gbà ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ dín kúkú nínú kúkú original màá gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ gbogbo alábẹ̀ tí yá mọ́nù káre nígbà wọn kídì ni when they notice say and they use am for business of the stomach if you like die and quench no egg not to talk of fowl. I'm telling you the foundation we had because we are lost we are preferred above others. Don't love one of your child above others. Treat them equally. In your heart you may have the one you love. Don't show it. That's the wisdom that God taught me in this place. And Lord, help us Lord in this race. Except a grain of corn falls on the ground and die, it abides alone. They asked him, verse 9, and he dreamed yet another dream, and told it his brethren, and said, behold, I have dreamed a dream more. And behold, the sun and the moon and 11 stars. He has 11 brothers. Where 11 stars made obeisance to me, to him alone, to him. And he told it to his father and to his brethren. And his father rebuked him. The father now knew. Listen to me. There's no eye to achieve. If you don't have a father, you can't go far. Whether earthly father or spiritual father. And the moment you think you know it all, at the time his father was rebuking Joseph, if he had taken caution, he would have avoided some pitfalls. Wọ́n ní àpárò kan kò ga jù kejì lọ. Àbí tó bá ṣe kí ìwọ ṣe fi ṣe tiẹ̀ náà ṣe borí èbè. The one that climb orí èbè is higher than the one that didn't climb. Àwọn méjèèjì náà jọ lẹ́sẹ̀. I have a friend every time. When he misbehave, I say, why this thing? I say, ọjọ́ tí pa gbogbo ọjọ́ tí pẹ́ẹ́mẹ́. Kí ni kò tiẹ̀ náà wá mọ́jú? Ó ní kálẹ̀ yé ni. Why is it that every time rain dey drench your eagle vulture? People jẹ́ pẹ́ bọ́ọ̀lù wọ́n wá kiri. Now he dreamt another dream. And his father rebuked him because his father has wisdom that this guy is going out of hand. When your fathers rebuke you, take caution. Earthly father. Don't say you are educated more than them. Spiritual father. Don't say you are graduate of many degrees. We have spiritual mentors that never go to school, but they have spiritual discernment that they don't learn in the 4 walls of schools. They carry power that they don't get inside school. They get it by waiting on God. What a son sees is not what a father sees. Joshua and Moses were on the mountain. And Moses said, I can hear sound. I can hear noise. Joshua said, it's the noise of warriors. He didn't know his God has spoken to his father that these people are backsliding now. They are buying to idol. Joshua did not have that first-hand information because God did not bypass father to speak to the son. He radio DBN. In spiritual, God doesn't do that. It's when the son, it's when the father leaves that God can begin to speak to the son as a father. But when he's still alive, son, worship, God is God of principle. Jesus Christ said, the thing that my father do is what I do. But his apostles were not doing it. When he was fasting, they were eating. When he was praying, they were sleeping and snoring. They are two different things. Spiritual understanding is different from physical understanding. Now, because God loves Joseph, he doesn't want him to die young. He quickly arranged with his brethren to remove the coats of pride, of human affection from his body. Verse 10, his father rebuked him and said unto him, what is this dream that thou hast dreamed? Shall I and thy mother and thy brethren bow down ourselves to the earth? And his brethren envied him the more. But his father observed the same. Can you see two things? His brothers envied him, but his father observed. There are two different things. That was what Mary did. When the angel spoke to Mary, the Bible says she observed and kept this within her. When you are talking like Henry about your dreams, there are key destiny destroyers. There are dream killers. There are glory eaters. I pray they will not eat your glory. Yeah. And God taught me in the 80s. And he said, look at this farm with egg laid. After some time, you go and come. Then at a point, she came and I hibernate on the egg. Refused to go out. I was supposed to go down. At that time is when you put on the vision God gives you. It takes years if you want the vision to speak. There are many destinies and glories here. God said, my son, their old age does not remove this destiny from coming to pass. I said, even if you are old, your glory will speak. Because you are under a covering that emanates from heaven. You are called under a covering that does not have human touch with it. You are under a glory that descended from the throne of God. Now, it was so clear to Joseph that he was at loggerhead. Let us go forward. Verse 17. Verse 12. And his brother went to feed his father's flock in Shechem. And Israel said unto Joseph, do not thy brethren feed the flock in Shechem? Come and I will send you unto them. And he said to him, here am I. And he said to him, go, I pray thee, see whether it will be well with thy brethren, and well with the flocks, and bring me word again. So he went, he sent him out of the vale of Hebron, and he came to Shechem. And a certain man found him, and behold, he was wandering in the field. And the man asked him, saying, what seekest thou? And he said, I seek my brethren. Tell me, I pray thee, where they feed their flocks. And the man said, they are departed hence, for I heard them say, let us go to Dothan. And Joseph went after them, after his brethren, and found them in Dothan. And when they saw him, that man that you see is an angelic ministration. And I pray for you, and I pray for myself, in a journey of faith, in a journey of destiny, angels of God, God will partner with us. Yeah. Now, if the angel did not tell Joseph, he would have missed his brethren. And if he has missed the brethren, the clothes will still be on his neck. And God wants him to have progress. Let's see for that. Verse 18, and when they saw him afar off, even before he came near unto them, they conspired against him to slay him, to kill him. I wrote in my Bible, beware of destiny destroyers. And they said one to another, behold, this dreamer cometh. Come now therefore, let us slay him, let us kill him, and cast him into some pit. And we will say, some evil beasts are devoured him, and we shall see what will become of the dream. Listen to me. They think they are destroying Joseph, but they are pushing him closer to the fulfillment of his dream. That is why you don't need to fight anybody. When some things begin to happen to you, commit your soul to the keeper of destiny. Don't fight for yourself. Let God fight for you. God was doing things fast, speedily for Joseph. And his brother were going backward, so that he will always be worshiping Joseph. And Reuben had it, and he delivered him out of their hand, and said, let us not kill him. And Reuben said unto them, shed no blood, but cast him into this pit, that is in the wilderness, and lay no hand upon him, that you might rid him out of their hand to deliver him to his father again. And it came to pass when Joseph was come into his brethren, that they stripped Joseph out of what? Of coats. His coat of many colors that was on him. Can you see that? They now do like this. That because it damages as a whole life. They don't take his sister back. He go make keep back against you. Now what you say like? What can bash a yalla and he became naked. I pray this night, every coat of human affection will be destroyed. Will be destroyed. The guy was disturbed. Go and see that, sir. But he lost it. The losing of it is an advantage to him, because it puts him under check now that all of them are equal. But they drop him in the dungeon to show that what he prophesied will happen. Let's say this is a pit and you want to drop somebody in a pit. Do you drop like this? No. How do you do? That was the beginning of buying down. Yeah, they will see, they will carry. They said we will not bow to him. But when they dropped the gentleman into the pit, they were doing number one fulfillment of the dreams. But brothers and sisters, we lost it. Because of human affection. Now he will be taken to Potiphar. And when he gets to Potiphar's house, because he performed well, they give him another coat. The coat of human achievements. The first one, coat of human affection. Coat of many colors. The second one, the coat of human achievements. You will see that he was favored. He worked and labored and he earned his wages. If we lose that one again, oh my God. Verse 31 of 37th chapter. And they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats and did the coat in the blood. Look at the blood of animal they use. They use the stubborn blood for stubborn coats. They didn't use lamb. Because the goat was stubborn, they want to deal with the goat too. What they buy. They now dip the coat of a stubborn young man in the blood of a stubborn goat. As long as you are stubborn in the church, you are wearing the coat of human affection. As far as they control you, they discipline you, they teach you how to go in this life, and you say you know it, the coat is standing fitted on your body. The Bible says, yet a man that is often rebuked, and he hardeneth his heart, he shall perish without remedy. He said, who among you is a father, is a child, that his father loves, that he doesn't chastise? He said, no chastisement seemeth pleasurable in this world, but howbeit it yieldeth peaceable fruit of righteousness to those who are exercised in it, those who are schooled in the school of learning the things of the spirits. The fact that I preach does not mean that I don't have correction. In fact, God corrects me more than He corrects some of you. Because some of you are unruly. He used human being to correct you, you are arrogant. You don't mash, don't mash. Ewa kura no say the church chairman or plan against. Listen, you are digging the pit for 4th generation for your children who did not partake into the millennium. Go and read your Bible very well. Spiritual authority is different from physical authority. The dangerous authority you rebel against is the authority of God. Lord does not bring democracy to church. He brings autocracy. God fear the Lord and everybody must obey it. Why is it that people, the word of prophet are confirmed beyond the word of pastors and teachers? Prophet doesn't edit the word of God. Nobody, obìnrin, mama juma mi ma, ni Olúwa wí. Pastor Adi, ọ̀rẹ́, awi, rọra ṣẹ́jú, péwúpéwú, rọra ṣẹ́jú, péwúpéwú, rọra ṣẹ́jú, péwúpéwú. But brother will say, woman. Come on, lójúmọ́. There are two different things. A man is speaking as God said it. The other is editing it as an editor of a newspaper. Can you edit the word of the creator of the heads of the heart? That's why God confirmed his prophet word everywhere. And the making of prophet is not an easy making. God can say, Ki gbogbo yín yàgbé nísìn, kí wòlíì mọ̀ kú jẹ. Ó lè mọ̀ kú jẹ. Go and read your Bible anyway. There is a prophet that God said you should eat. Eléyìí mọ̀ ìdánilẹ́ Olúwa lókè kí wọ́n gbé ìgbẹ́ màálù wá ó dẹ̀ fà jẹ. Tó bá fẹ́ yìí, ìwé ìmọ̀wó la wá kàn church lẹ́sìn. Ọlágídí wòlíì yẹn tí ẹnìkan lọ́wọ́ ló kọ́mọ̀. Àbí as if it's the only one wey God dey talk to. How can we be reasoning a scripture of cow? Sọ́mu jẹ́. Hello. God told the prophet, oh yeah, slap this one. Oh no, I can't slap you. In the Bible. And that was said, lion will tear you to pieces for disobeying. As he step out, lion tear him to shred. He called another son of the prophet. Only slap me. He never share Okitipupa. Oti bibara, bam. You know again, but different line into Atifu. And that one goes nothing happened to him because he was fulfilling the divine mandate. Now Joseph left that place. They dipped his coat in the blood of goats. Stubbornness began stubbornness. One way ẹran tó jẹ́ kó náà jẹ́ ìdá agbárí wọ́n pa òun náà wọ́n kì í jẹ́ aṣọ ológun wọ́n kì í lọ́nà ẹ̀jẹ̀. The Bible says you've not resisted to blood, striving against sin. You didn't fight to the point that they will kill you like Jesus Christ in your war against sin. In other words, whatsoever it will cost you, stand against sin. Pride. There is spiritual pride. There is academic pride. There is secular pride. There is business pride. Tell me about it. No one you can't go over. What do you know? Pastor, church union put here this. The church no plenty won't split. Oh yeah, go ahead. When you are praying for him, he didn't remember that there is no split at this. Pastor, economic dada, economic as if they one of the canon. You want to know about ṣé mo ṣe àwọn ọ̀tá yìí rẹ̀ ṣé mo ṣe òwòjókòó tí obìnrin ó ń bóbìnrin sùn ìwọ́jókòó ló gbó òun pray after the break to cross he said bye bye to bye bye to dati ìta ní bọ́ọ̀dù ó lè máa kọ́wọ́ sí owó yìí kó mọ̀ tiẹ̀ lè fẹ́ kó má fi sẹ́ dànù ó lọ nìyẹn bí so. And the prophet will say you were a neighbor my brother. It is good for you that you labor and they cheat you. Keep quiet. You are losing a coat because of the glory. He is going on destruction because of selfishness. Two different things. Because of greed. I knew some numbers of people that have left this place. Some have carried as salary. God said I should sow it into your hands and prophesy, break your pain. One after I finished the work, they gave me 800 million. Ìjọ ìlànà last in church. Láìjà, láìbò, èmi fi àwọ̀ ìgbára. There was a day we went to go and pray. Around 1 midnight in the night, we were still around Ife Junction in the night. Car broke down in the Lokoja. We had to carry the car back to Abuja and pick another car for this journey. Who was the place? I want to be that kind of pride is in one. Those who were back on that journey, most of them pride sets them away. Me where I've seen it among us, there's nothing they lack. Greed, covetousness. Because I see things, I give it to them. There are many ministers. Ibo funi billion the bolebe poli kobo lowo. And we that do it, we are doing it because of the love we have for God, and that we shouldn't see you suffer. But those ones, they will dehumanize them. They will treat them. But listen, when they are treating you, Commit your soul to the keeper of your destiny. It won't be long. The glory will speak. They are helping you to remove your coats, and they are wearing that coat for their own destruction. Wow, they won't return because shame. That money might not stay 5 months before it finishes. Ladies, Satan will push ladies to them, and the lady with different decisions on different parts of their body, they will sleep on the top of them, and those one will carry all their money. The money they can't give to God, girlfriend will carry it away, forwarder will carry it away, kidnappers will carry it away. Listen to me. Last time God was talking to me, said, my son, go and tell Nigeria that I use different things to fight people, that I use mosquitoes to fight, I use wind to fight, I use breeze to fight, I use tongue to fight. The level of your stubbornness will determine the instrument God will use for you. Anyone who that happens to malaria or the from malaria, typhoid and so I want to have go. The typhoid. And then we bought water when I need typhoid. One day they said in the online, they said we use AC in the car too much, you will get cancer. I cannot use more the bike car or the national car and use AC to keep myself suddenly. Please, before, as we leave this place, we are traveling to the west. We need that to take off. AC, Mama, skin car, yeah. Possibility that goes. Marcus of Papa saying it right. Ekoya, Marao, animal goes on. Well done, yes, sir. AC, Bago. Basis and doing no comforts. Cancer don't do me. Listen, when you are too much at ease in Zion, there's a problem. The Bible says, woe is he that is at ease in Zion. Every money God gives you that is bringing pride, invests to the kingdom. That pride will drop. You think ordinarily I carry car give people? I'm safeguarding my own life. Nígbà tí mo bá yọ̀ ǹdí tẹ́mi nìkan ní ká mẹ́fà nínú yàrá. Where will pride not step in? Say okay, ẹgbẹ́ àkúrò àjáde lónìí. Mo sọ pàkọ́ sẹ́yìn. Tomorrow, ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀sẹ̀ àjáde fún mi. You no see evidence in Dino, one of Nigeria's senators. Have you seen his parking slot before? There is no huge car that is not there. Lamborghini, any choice car that is in this life is there. Lamborghini is over $200,000. Now, who is more a crook in the National Assembly than Dino? Is your brother? I mean, you look at me, don't be cookie come. Barista, I know you. Those of you that have wisdom, you are a lawyer. Pray for that guy. Listen to me. Those who know him should go and warn him. That guy is on his slippery soil. You just hear that he fizzle away. If he has charm, where charm of somebody starts, now he's another person. And it expires. Among those who are singing drum for him, Saraki, the day his own will cross Saraki, he will disown you. They will push them. Although the decade did one. A time will come that those who are working for Saraki will push Dino to say that he too won't become Senate president. We will see what will happen. And they are birds of the same plumage. He's a bodyguard today. Don't think he's not high in that position. Go and write what I'm telling you now. Saraki's wife get problem. Dino do like backman for her. Saraki get problem. Dino do backman for her. He's watching their back against attack and he's monitoring where he will smite them from. Have you ever seen politicians where they tell you good morning, open the window of your house and check whether the midnight? The one they removed from Senate leader, was he not close to Abuja? At the point, Ndume was giving secrets to Buhari in the villa. And it's Saraki that chose him, that's his own right hand man. Over to Ndume get to who? Fashion Saraki. What Saraki said was remove him from Senate. That is power play. How many time Senate president were choosing from east, where there is no competition among brothers. As they choose one like this, one Megida, Ariyo, South and Blue, so Kubwa-Abuja from east. That's why in this 4-year duration of a tenure of Obasanjo, the first one, they remove about 5 Senate presidents. And it's always recycled from the east. Everybody wants to say, even if una one day, it will be on record that he was once a Senate president. This young man lost it. And he moves again. He moves to Potiphar's house. Verse 35, and all his sons and all his daughter rose up to comfort him, but he refused to be comforted. And he said, for I will go down into the grave unto my son mourning. Thus his father wept for him. He didn't know that his son was pregnant. God just kept him for some miscreants. That's 39. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt. When you are talking, you say, I'm going down to so. Don't use that language again. It is a place of destruction. Say you are going up. Wherever Jesus is going to Jerusalem, they said he's going up to Jerusalem. Most of the things we see sentence us into problem. And Joseph was brought down to Egypt. And Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, an Egyptian bought him of the hand of the Ishmaelites, which have brought him down thither. And the Lord was with Joseph, and he was a prosperous man. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to prosper in his hands. Joseph found grace in his sight, and he served him, and he made him overseer over his house, and all that he had, he put into his hand, including another quote. I call it quote of human achievements. You can see in verse 3. His master saw that the Lord was with him. He achieved something. That the Lord has made all that he did to prosper. It's different from the one he didn't do and he was given a good. Now, you will see that there was a garment they gave him, and he will quickly lose that one again. Verse 10. And as he prayed, let's go. Verse 6. And he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not aught he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after these things that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph. And he said, Joseph, you are a virgin. Come lie with me. Listen, when women are crying, run away. That's one of the teachings that the people taught me. He said, when you are close to a woman and she's crying, run away from your life. Maintain the guard. Come up also. If you don't have also, you be a balance. Verse 6, and he left all that he had in Joseph's hand, and he knew not what he had, save the bread which he did eat. And Joseph was a goodly person and well favored. And it came to pass after this thing that his master's wife cast her eyes upon Joseph, and she said, lie with me. But he refused. Now, many ministers will not refuse. Come and sleep with you. You say you didn't pay that. I'm going to go to a prostitute house and you pay money. But this one has me. The lady will be even taking care of him. But he refused and said unto his master's wife, behold, my master wotteth not what is with me in the house, and he has committed all that he had to my mind. There is none greater in this house than I. Neither hath he kept back anything from me but thee, because thou art his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? 2 Corinthians 7 verse 1. Can somebody read for us? Don't close this place. Yes.
Dearly beloved,
let us cleanse ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit.
All filthiness in your flesh, outward. And filthiness in the spirit, inward.
Perfecting holiness in the fear of God.
Therefore, let us cleanse ourselves from every filthiness of the flesh that is outside, and filthiness of the spirit, perfecting holiness in what?
In the fear of God.
Holiness is perfected by fearing God. Perfecting holiness in the fear of God. If you don't fear God, you can't perfect holiness. You can't stay comfortable in holiness. And God is telling you that outwardly you must fear God. Outwardly, what God says should not be in your body should not be in your body. But useless pastors and preachers, they will tell you that God is not looking at outward apparel, but He said perfecting holiness in the fear of God. Cleanse yourself from filthiness of what? Of the flesh. Is flesh inside or outside? And the spirit which is inside. The two must go hand in hand. Perfecting holiness in the fear of God. He said to Potiphar, I cannot sleep too. Why? Potiphar wants to gain the glory of the presence. Joseph is looking for the glory of nations. Glory jam each other. One wants to lose it, and one wants to have it. How then, verse 9c, how then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? Now, a man is saying his wickedness in the olden days, when Jesus has not even given us much clue to fornication and adultery. But today, our ministers and members are having round of sex, and they didn't see it as wickedness against God. If in the days of Old Testament, thank you, Holy Spirit, I thank you. God said, tell all the overseer, do you preach this truth as your father in the Lord preaches? If you preach it, people will run away from your church. You are another. But if you pamper them, Ogaje will stay in your church. Emily will stay in your church. Aje will stay in your church. Abadis will change your church. Babalawo will stay in your church because you are not telling the truth. Listen, holiness drive away people of dubious character away from truth. And then it preserves your life. One day I went to Latari. Said I want to set his Bible. They didn't wear mini. They wore micro mini. Ìtàwọn direct lọ́wọ́jú àwọn àbẹ̀gídá. Wàá máa ìtàn dúdú, ìtàn pupa, ìtàn chocolate. Gbogbo ẹ̀ sáàkàn sẹ́ẹ̀tì lọ ní. I mean I dey use glasses. My glasses will magnify it. I ask myself, what are these teachers teaching these people? Baba Dada, kẹ̀rẹ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ gbọ́ tán. Kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀? Did you? Amen. Close your eye. Joseph said, I've made covenant with my eyes. Why should I be moved with? There are things where you see, you will go and look for it one day. Preserve your life by closing your eyes. There was a time we had a dangerous sister in this church. She used to sit here. And I used to sit here. This seat was not facing here, it was facing here. Baba Dada, sir, do like this. Can you see her? Yeah, I will do like this. As I'm preaching, I'm meditating. Oriyo Mother Church of Christ. When it's not that you are in your bedroom with your wife, there are some clothes you wear with your husband. You are another. If you travel abroad, buy some. I want get to some supermarket and buy some sensitive things inside your bedroom. One man of God saw me in America. Only time you have money, only kidney, only so only my own wife. If you love me, my leg I can't kill. I must interest her. Ọ̀yẹ́ mo ti rí pásítọ̀ tó gbá ìyàwó ìlọ́wọ́ nígbà tí ó lè ṣiṣẹ́ rẹ̀ dáadáa. Ẹ̀yin obìnrin lè ní according to the book of Elders chapter 10 verse 12 tó o bá lè lo etí afún ọ a ó gbà lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ àbúrò mo pa ọmọ báyìí ti sọ pé mo pa lọ. Praise God. Now again, because God loved this young great man, he loves the second coat. You will see as Ojokoro was dragging that was why Joseph begin. Come and sleep with me. Come and sleep with me. Ìwọ ọmọ ṣe bó o fẹ́ ṣe kò bá ọ lára. Wá ṣe lòun like it. Do as if come and sleep with me. Ẹ̀gbọ́n mi rí. Joseph. Ọ̀gá ló ní kọ́. Ọ̀gá ló ní kọ́. Joseph come. Ó bá jẹ́ kó fẹ́ tí ó ti sábà. Sí, ó ní ó kàn yín mọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀. Ọ̀gá náà kò kọ́ mi. Owó ti disappear. Àbáwọ̀ yẹn. Come. I said come. O ní lọ bá àníwọ̀ bá bá sọ̀rọ̀ yá. Don't run away too much. Àbá ṣe come because the blood was here. Ta ló máa rà mí? Ó kú sórí sẹ́ni. As he was pulling, she pulled him and the cloth here. The coat of human achievement lost. You see, at every time you are losing it, you are dying to the flesh. Now, as soon as he lost it, the husband came. He said, this slave, you brought to the house, want to sleep with me? I use my ATM machine. Don't cry. Do like person when they bet somebody, I mean know the bet.
Don't cry. How does people have to do like that? I will deal with him.
You have to deal with him.
I will.
You have to deal with him. You have to deal with him.
Don't say person. Oh yeah, come here, listen to the boy.
You have to deal with him. Let me call me why you call him. Let me call me why you call him. Don't say I tell you. Deal with him. You want to come my ATM to your own ATM to his own ATM.
It's impossible.
Deal with him. We are going to deal with him. Yes, sir. Prison. Carry one officer to go to your. I allow you want to touch my ATM. Say, I allow you want to touch my ATM.
I like what's up my ATM. How dare you?
Not MTN, ATM.
How dare you? How dare you? Come here.
Make it a stand up. You are some officer.
I don't know password.
Listen, he has lost the cause of human achievement. Now, at the time they are sending him to jail, if you open your mouth, you miss it. There was never anywhere around him that Joseph said, please hear my own side of the story. He allowed himself to be treated. He allows himself to be unjustly treated. People that were on campus with me, they told you different stories. Because God was using me heavily on campus before I entered in Ilorin. Many top leaders we had, they treat me. They say, you say you know God, He will deal with you. They will put me in dangerous spots to say, but they didn't know where. Otato fi wasibi ibio ore no she. When they are putting you on tight corner, know that God is on your side. Don't rebel. They will put me in a hall that they say cannot go. They say you must win that place. You must take over. And I will go and pray fast. Beyond the results they had in that hall will be happy. It was one of those things that God taught me. There is a key to open a town. There is a key to take a city. There is a key to take a country. There is a key to take a continent. It's experience that taught me. One day we were in the campus. There is no mobile, nothing whatsoever. The university authority shuts the campus because of demonstration. And everybody packed their bag. I was on my way to go travel. Somebody told me on the road that the management of Deeper Life Campus Fellowship said we shouldn't travel now. Normally it's against the rule of the institution. Whenever they close the institution, everybody must leave. Now, as I had, in fairness to them, I returned to the hostel. And before I could get to where they said you are meeting, they prayed for about 2 hours. I didn't get information like other people. But when I got it, I returned to school. Others left, even though they had it, and nothing happened. Me that returned, I said, is it true that you said we are having meeting? They said, yes. They placed me under suspension and discipline. Power, arrogance. Some of my colleagues that came here, they said, Prophet, you should have dealt with them. Sir, man, they are under spiritual authority. Don't open your mouth. We are going to see it in the scriptures. Jesus was led like a sheep to the slaughter, and he did not open his mouth. Last time we were in Ojokoro, the Babonic treat all of us. He insulted me and everything. I told all of them, pastors, all of you are there. 2 of us. I said, make us call as smart people. Many things happen because I allowed God to fight. He didn't say, go, help me, this one, that one. Let us see Isaiah. Isaiah 53. Are we there? I'm talking of dying like a grain of corn for you to speak. Who had believed our reports? Anyone that believed this report from the word of God, unto that person, unto that man and woman shall the hand of the Lord be revealed. In the name of Jesus. Verse 6. All we like sheep are gone astray. A sheep is not supposed to go away from his shepherd. But because everybody seems I too know, make the sheep to go astray. We have turned everyone to his own way. Selfish ideas, pride and arrogance. And the Lord has laid on him the iniquity of us. He was oppressed, Jesus, and he was afflicted, yet he was. He opened not his mouth. Anytime they are entreating you and you talk back, you are maintaining the code of human achievement. You are not losing it. And it's a code that must be lost. Jesus was wearing that clothes on the cross. Do you know that he was crucified without clothes on him? How many of you know that he was crucified without clothes on him? He did not have clothes on him. He is brought as a lamb to the what? To the slaughter. And as a sheep before a shearer. He is what? Dumb. But at that time, I will show you that I have power. See, this is the rod of authority. What is so Okitipupa? That's what the person will say. That is spiritual pride. Jesus, your master, did not do that. Jesus is God and Lord. Let me show you another instance. When Judas kissed him, what happened? He said, who are you looking for? They said, who are you? He said, who are you looking for? He said, Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ said what? I am he. What happened immediately? All of them fell. Jesus knew that he was still using the authority of a God. He killed that authority and pocketed it so that he can lose that coat. And on the cross, he lost that coat. You see him on the cross without any garment on him. If your master lost it and you want to preserve both of human achievements, you are not dead to the flesh. Before Jesus died, he said, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they've done. How many of you are in the church? Several times I'll pray, even those who insult me, that I call them spiritual children, both in Lagos. Now, he was led to the sharer, but he was done. Every time they are instigating quarrel against you, and you are talking like peacock and parrots, you are not done. You are maintaining the code of human achievement, which must be lost and buried. Now again, in the prison, he became favored again. Everywhere you go, if you carry destiny, you will receive favor. Let them do everything against you. The God of glory will never remove glory from your life. They thought they wounded Joseph in the prison. Some people came with problem, a butler and a baker. And Joseph interpreted the dream to them. And he said, when it is good for you, remember me. And those people did not remember him. It can happen like that. Listen. There is a time in spiritual truths that people don't understand again. When they are eating, you are not eating. When they are praying, you are sleeping. When they are worshiping, you are saying, mercy, mercy. You are going always contrary to them. Why? Spiritual grace differs. Spiritual revelation differs. Spiritual level differs. And they took him to the prison. And after he interpreted dream, those guys went. The one he said he will kill, they killed. The one he said he will spare, they spared. And this man did not remember Joseph. Oh my God. Chapter 40. Listen. 39 verse 12. And she caught him by his garment, by his coat, saying, lie with me. And he left his garment in her hand and fled and got him out. Again, coat of what? Human achievement gone. He was sent to prison without complaining. And it came to pass, the woman was reporting, as I lifted up my voice and cried, as he left his garment with me and fled out. And she was lying. And it came to pass when his master heard the word of his wife, which she spake unto him, saying, after this manner did thy servant to me, that his wrath was kindled. And Joseph's master took him, put him into the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were bound. And he was there in the prison. But, verse 21, the Lord still was with Joseph. God will be with you. Yeah. And showed him mercy and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper of the prison. Can you see divine arrangements? There are other prisons, but he went and put him where prisoners of king were. When you are saying that people are entreating you, God will be setting you up for glory. They think they are doing God's business, but God will be putting you. There are other prisons. The man did not think of it. He put him where the king's prisoners are. It wasn't a mistake. I call it divine arrangements. It wasn't coincidence. It's divine initiative. Verse 16. And she laid up his garment by her until the Lord came home. And the keeper of the prison, verse 22, committed to Joseph and all the prisoners that were in the prison, and whatsoever they did, he was there, he was the doer of it. Verse 14, chapter 40, after interpreting to them, but think on me when it shall be well with thee,
and show kindness and glory unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. So, chapter 141. God saw that the man that was supposed to be instrumental in helping Joseph out became selfish and forgot everything. God went by himself to give a dangerous vision to Joseph, Pharaoh, that nobody else can interpret except Joseph. Now, after interpreting the dream again, they brought Joseph before the king Pharaoh. Chapter 41, verse 14. Can we read it together? Praise the Lord. As we brought him before Pharaoh, they organized another code for him, which I call Code of Divine Revelation of God. The Code of Divine Revelation of God. Wherever you are, you will see vision. Wherever you are, you will see the revelations. Things that will make people out of their calamity, you will see it. The Code of Divine Revelations of God. And he wore it before Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said, this is my tree. This is my tree. All the Pharaohs who say I could not interpret because they were not wearing that spiritual garments. And Joseph, can you give me a seat? Can I have water? Can I have a seat? You have to It's not convenient. It's not easy. I have people that were on the mountain with us last year. Some of my boys and girls say, Daddy, let's use the authority. I want to tell you, I want to years back. What about power you want on you? I said, don't fight. Let's allow the King of Kings to fight for us. The church will begin to be powerful at interpretation. He said he has a sheep that is lame and the one that is fat. 7, meaning 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. And he said the 7 years of famine will eat up the 7 years of plenty. He said, look for a man that is discreet, who has the fear of God. Give him this charge to oversee, so that in the time of plenty, they can preserve. That is teaching us. When God gives you blessings, don't hit it alone. Keep it, invest it for His glory. Use for the kingdom of God advancement. You are plowing back for your future. A man that did not cultivate any farm, he was in prison, was brought out under divine revelation of God to interpret the dreams. And after interpreting, the king said, who has such a spirit like yours, that we can saddle with this responsibility? He now brought Joseph and make him second in command. He told the captain to go before him and be announcing his glory. Hallelujah. Joseph died, and he made mention of the departing of Israel. He said, don't allow my bone here, take me back to my land. In other words, you must not stay with sinners. You must not be buried with sinners. In life, you must not be equal with sinners. In everything, you must not be the same with sinners. And in heaven, as he appeared at the threshold junction of heaven, they gave him another garment like this, the coat of holiness of God. That is the coat that will be given to all the saints in heaven. If you don't lose the coat of many color, which is coat of human affection, you can't get into coat of human achievements. If you don't lose the coat of human achievements, you can't enter into coat of divine revelations of God. And if you don't lose the coat of divine revelation of God, you can't wear the coat of holiness of God. Wherever you are, bow your head unto my Father. Except a grain of wheat falls to the ground. You can see how many times Joseph was falling and God was bringing him up. How many times have you fallen and you are fighting back? Don't fight back. Jesus Christ said, forgive them for they don't know what they are doing. Stephen, at the point of his crucifixion or destruction by the people, he said, Lord, do not count this sin against them. While they are entreating you, pray for them. Let nobody's blood be on your hands, so that in the day of Christ, you and I will not be condemned. Can you see how different life Joseph lives? Now, at the time he's wearing coats of divine revelation, his people that said they will not bow to him, God invaded them with famine, and they came to Egypt to look for food. Let's open our eyes. Do you remember that his brethren came to Egypt? Did they bow to him or not? Those who said, you will not reign, they will come and bow at your feet. Those who said, the pleasures of God will not be done in your life, they will lie prostrate. While you are cheap, while you hide. Those who said, let us see how you will make it. They will die while they are looking for it. Nobody can cover the glory of the sun. You will shine like the sun in the firmament of this earth. In the name of Jesus. It's a matter of time. Don't fight back. Commit your soul to the keeper of souls. We shall make it. Call upon the Lord now. I want to die. Paul the apostle said, I die daily. If you are not ready to die daily, you can't wear this coat of righteousness of God. You can't wear the coat of divine revelations of God. The coat of holiness of God. Oh Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. It may be in the church that we face all these problems. It may be in the marriage you face all these problems. It may be in the office you face all these problems. Commit your soul to the giver.
Sorry.
Barrister, you are going to sing my favorite song for us. Can you help me give him the mic? Eleda Pujiova, Ochiwa, Ine Meduno. Eleda Pujiova, Ochiwa, Ine Meduno. Eleda Mochokila.
Who can compare to thee? Who can argue with thee?
I will worship you forever and ever.
Amen. Take the verse for us 7 times to know.
Ojú ọjọ́ mi ó pàjù wẹ́wẹ́wẹ́ dàmẹ́mi dánwó wọ́wẹ́ ẹ̀ná bẹ́ẹ̀jì màdí ọjọ́ yẹ́nì ní ìdẹ́rù ó wẹ́tẹ́ ndúlé mi wà náà. Say whosoever will make you to possess the coat of divine revelation, the coat of holiness of God, Lord, give it to me. Open your mouth and cry to God. We need Him. We need it. Pray. Brother, pray. This is the garment of heaven. This is the garment of heaven. Whenever you are compromising with sin, you don't have the coat of holiness of God on you. You don't have the coat of righteousness and purity of God on you. Whenever you are picking one thing from the Bible and leaving others, say this one is Old Testament, this one is New Testament, you are telling God you are not fit for heaven. Whosoever putted his hand to the plow and looked back is not fit for the kingdom. I think I will hear people crying, Lord, put on me your coat of holiness of God. Put on me the coat of holiness of God. Put on me the coat of holiness of God. Put on me the coat of holiness of God. Put on me the coat of holiness of God. Open your mouth and pray, Makaribosia, Maribosia. Anytime you are dodging God, heaven is dodging you. Heaven has no place for you again. Open your mouth and cry. Your character must die. My character must die. Every selfish character, every ego, every pride must go down. We will die daily.
Let
If you want to have a closer walk with Jesus, can you step towards this altar and cry, Lord, give me grace. I want to have a closer walk with you. I want to have a closer walk with you, Baba. I want to have a closer walk with you. I want to have a closer walk with you. Yeni Masai Mokuri Mosai. A closer walk. I want to serve you. Without looking back, is this your cry? Cry unto the Lord. Yeni Masai Mokuri. A closer walk with Jesus.
Perilous land.
Ọlọ́run tó ló bá ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ tó wà, Ọlọ́run tó lè sọ láyé, ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ tó bá ó Jésù ọkọ̀ ìjọ, ẹ̀rù rẹ̀ tó bá ó.
That they sing.